everybody, it's Miss Carolyn again, and I'm here doing a special series regarding Katherine Jackson versus AEG Live. And I do believe that the children are still plaintiffs as well with Mrs. Jackson, but they never mention their names anymore whenever the judge announces. The very first times that she announced it, she also, as I recalled, would announce the children's names. But since the very first times that happened, she has not been announcing it anymore. So therefore, I'm not sure if they are still plaintiffs, but I believe that they are, and that Mrs. Jackson is also representing them as well. Now, on this day, Katherine Jackson was not present. And I'm looking at a couple of things while I'm talking to you guys. Jeffrey Adams worked at Neiman Marcus. He worked as a personal security guard in Las Vegas. He graduated from Long Beach State University in 1993. And he worked school security for about 8 years. While he was there or after he was there at Long Beach. He had his own security company called Knockout Security. Started in 2004. He worked at the school for the 8 years that we talked about, and after 1999 moved to Las Vegas. Worked at Burlington Coat Factory as a loss prevention and looking at cameras and shoplifters for about 4 years. He also worked at Neiman Marcus during the same time. Left in 2007. In the early 1990s, he met Dr. Murray through mutual friends. What was your impression of Dr. Murray the first time you met him? He was a tall cardiologist. That was about it. From the time Adams met Dr. Murray to when he moved to Las Vegas, he saw the doctor about 3 or 4 times at barbecues in Los Angeles. Adams became a patient of Dr. Murray in Las Vegas. He worked at the school for the 8 years that we talked about, and after 1999 moved to Las Vegas. Worked at Burlington Coat Factory as a loss prevention and looking at cameras and shoplifters for about 4 years. He also worked at Neiman Marcus during the same time. Left in 2007. And so did Adams' father. Now, Mr. Adams, he was in association with another security guard who did periodic work for Michael Jackson. And his last name was Muhammad. His first name, I think, is pronounced Bashir. Bashir Muhammad, okay? Bashir Muhammad called Mr. Adams. And there's a couple of Adams in this whole situation. And this is not the Bashir who did the video. So there's another Bashir. But the video of Michael. The terrible video of Michael. Lies. Okay. But anyway, Mr. Muhammad called and said Michael needed some, periodic work, or could the gentleman come, the security guard, come and do some work for him. So Adams did. So I'm going to read this part right here. Adams orchestrated security for MJ in December 2006. So he didn't actually work for him as a security guard. He just kind of orchestrated Michael's security. And I don't know what that means by orchestrating, but that's what it says. And I'm getting my information from, I was I was in the courtroom, and I have my own notes, and then I'm also I also do research and get information from different places. And one place that you can get information from, very good, is teammichaeljackson.com. Okay, so if you just want the bare facts, then you can go there and get a lot of the bare facts of what's going on. However, with some of the videotaping of the news shows, they still are, well, they're more accurate than they used to be in the past, but there's still some things that are not quite accurate. So that's why I'm there in the courtroom. It's your eyes and ears in the courtroom to let you know what my take on it and what I believe is actually what is happening there. Because I really am not talking about this whole situation. I didn't talk about it when it first happened because I wanted to get the full, information, not just from the plaintiff's side, but also from the defense side. So not only from the Jackson side, but from the AEG's side, because I want to be fair about it. Although I had already done a lot of research ahead of time, or I should say investigation ahead of time, and I knew a lot of things going into this, but I decided to, put everything basically aside and to really listen with open ears and open heart and see what is really happening. And it pretty much has confirmed everything that I thought at first, and with a vengeance. So many things have come out. But anyway, let me go back to this. So I'm coming to you from the standpoint of after getting notes, getting information, and I'm bringing it to you. I am re-recording. I'm recording, and I'm also re-recording some things so that I can give it to you from the standpoint of the benefit of hindsight. Okay, so it's been a lot of work, so you guys, a lot of my money and time and effort to do this. But anyway, I feel that it is important as a African American musician, one of the greatest performers, stars, what have you, in the world, and a humanitarian and a kind-hearted man. I think it is worth it to make sure the truth is put out there in history somewhere. Okay, now I'll get off my soapbox for a minute. I'm gonna get back on there in a minute. So anyway, so this gentleman, I'm going back to Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams orchestrated, I'll read this, it says that Mr. Adams orchestrated security for MJ in December of 2006. He said his friend Bashir Muhammad, who was MJ's security, called him offering work. He said he was positive that that was the first time the two of them had met. Mr. Muhammad called me one evening in 2007. I want to say maybe February, he said. He did periodic work for MJ. I introduced Dr. Here we go. We find out what happened. He said, I introduced Dr. Murray to Michael Jackson. Adams said it was in early 2007, as he recalls. He said that MJ's children were sick and needed to go to the hospital, and that MJ didn't want to take them to public hospital, he said. Adams explained it was due to the fact that they didn't have anything to cover their faces. Adams said MJ wanted resumes on Murray to find out if he could be trusted. And so Adams told Michael, oh my God, this is where it happened right here. He told him, he said, I said, he's been my doctor. He's my friend and definitely can be trusted. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's a mouthful. Definitely turned out not to be the truth. And you know what? I'm so tired of people now trying to make Murray out to be the victim. Murray was not the victim, and in fact, there is a school of thought that believes that Murray was a hitman. I know that sounds radical to some people and not to others, because there's a lot of people who think that way. Okay, now, Adams, I told Murray I needed a huge favor from him. Now, I mean, he's asking to do a favor for him. He's going to introduce him to Michael Jackson. I don't understand why that's a big favor, because that is favor for Murray. That would be a good thing for him, his practice. But this guy Adams said that he considered it to be asking Murray a huge favor. Have a high profile client. He couldn't give him the name, but once he got there, he'd know who it was. Okay, so he told him, he said, I have a high profile client and I can't give you the name, but once you get there, you know who it is. Adams asked if Murray could check out MJ's children since they couldn't go to a regular hospital. Dr. Murray told Adams that he would go and at least to assess the situation. The doctor went that night. Adams wasn't there. Adams asked Mr. Muhammad the next day if Murray showed up. He said yes, but never discussed anything further. Now, I feel that this man should have been there, to kind of observe, make sure that what he was saying was correct, that he could be trusted. But I don't know. I don't even know if Adams could be trusted. But anyway, I'm not really saying anything against Adams. I mean, he didn't do all this stuff on purpose. I don't believe. I don't feel that he did. And I believe that if he did, that I would pick up something in my spirit about it. But just feel that he was ignorant and whatever. He was beholden to find. Later on, he found out that he was beholden to Murray. Okay, other than Michael thanking Mr. Adams for bringing him over to see the children, that was the only conversation that Adams and Michael had regarding Murray. Adams said MJ told him, I want to thank you very much. He was a very professional doctor, and I appreciate it. So the thing I want you to really realize right here is that Michael he did ask for a resume. And he did, not only with this doctor, but other doctors, he tried to make sure from the best of his knowledge that they were, reputable doctors. Okay? But this man told him that he could trust him, that he had been his doctor, he had been his father's doctor, and that he was reputable. Okay? And then